Welcome, guys, to this week's True Crime Podcast. I'm your host, Nikki, and this is my co host, Carolina.
Hello.
And on this week's podcast, we're discussing true crime, and the alleged defendant on the chopping block is Laura Caron. So, can you give us a little bit of background information on Laura, please, Carolina?
All right. So Karen was originally from Warrenton, Pennsylvania, less than an hour from Philadelphia. She attended Archbishop Wood High School, a Roman Catholic high school in Warminster, Pennsylvania. After graduating, she went to Cabrini University, once private Catholic school in Radnor Township, Pennsylvania, that was absorbed by its neighbor Villanova University in 2024. At Cabrini, Karen was an elementary education major and played basketball as a guard and forward. Now, what do you
Hmm.
think about that, Nikki?
Oh, I'm kind of confused. So this happened in New Jersey, but she was basically from Pennsylvania the whole time. And she sounds squeaky clean. Like it sounds perfect, right? She grew up in a good household, it seems like, and she went to school and she was a good basketball player. So yeah, I don't know what happened is the key. I
Yeah,
don't
the
know.
whole giant mystery.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I'm surprised. Like she went from why she went for education makes you wonder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So she moved to New Jersey right after college.
Yeah, she moved to New Jersey and she taught fifth grade in South
Mm-hmm.
Jersey, I believe. And that's where she had met her alleged victim and the sibling.
Okay.
So she was teaching that class and she developed a friendship with the alleged victim's parents where they stayed there from like time to time and then eventually stayed there from 2016 to 2020 permanently. So what do you think about that?
Like why? Why would she allow, well, first of all, why would the parents allow their kids to stay permanently with somebody? I wonder if they were having a divorce or if there was some kind of issues there in the family. That's the first thing that comes up.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that even if say they had a friendly rapport with her, like I just can't imagine like a parent be like, "Yeah, you could go over there for supper or do
Yeah.
your homework." Like I just don't understand where like that was okay. It's not like if she was like a family member, like a cousin, to be like, "Yeah, go stay over your cousin's house. You know, she's a teacher, whatever. You guys go to the same school. She can drop you off or whatever." It just
Mm.
raised a lot of question marks.
Yeah, which will come out in the trial, I'm sure. I mean, we're just going to get limited information right now, but as soon as that trial comes out, they're going to say, "Oh yeah, they're going to go right after the parents, her defense team, obviously, because they're going to say, "Look, they're irresponsible parents. They allowed their children to go and stay with this woman, and they're not even family, like you said." So, I'm sure we're going to hear a lot once the trial comes out.
And I wonder if the defense team is going to question the parents. Were they willingly putting them in danger? And what was their
Yes.
thought process behind them? Like I wonder if they're gonna put them on the stand. So we're gonna have to wait and see. She gets she goes back to court February 25th.
Mm. So
So
her okay, so what was her actual charges?
she was charged with aggravated SA and endangering a welfare of a child.
And that's it, huh?
Yeah, it looks like she's facing up to 10 to 20 years. We'll see because we don't know. So this is all alleged. So we'll see when that time comes. There'll definitely be a part two because this is juicy.
And how
Um,
did they come about with the charges? How did they
well,
find this out?
so around December 2024 on Facebook, she posted a picture, and the father saw the picture and saw the resemblance between her child and the alleged victim. And he gave the anonymous tip. So once the tip went to the superintendent, he looked at the picture. She was immediately dismissed from teaching, and she was since arrested.
Wow.
So yeah, crazy, right? That's some crazy stuff right there. It's
So
just
I'm sorry, it's allegedly though. So the DNA hasn't come back yet on the child to make sure that that is his child.
that is correct. Yeah. They still
Okay.
haven't like figured that out. So this is all out in the open right now. They're saying there's not enough evidence, but I guess we'll wait and see until that court hearing to see if what comes about it from it. So who knows?
She
I
was never
know,
married?
never married, never had any children, but she did live
Hmm.
with her mom. She
Oh.
was living with her mom at the time of the alleged abuse. So we don't know if she's gonna. I wonder if the mother is gonna take the stand too. That's what comes across in my mind.
Hmm. I mean, this happened under her own roof and she did not see any unusual stuff, any activity whatsoever
No.
with her own daughter with these three children.
Yeah, I
I mean,
mean, who knows? Yeah, who knows if she turned a blind eye?
there was three children, but only one is the victim, correct? The other two, nothing happened with them.
Well, nothing has been reported that if they experience any abuse themselves. We'll see, I guess, when the court hearing comes out. Maybe there's more to the story that we don't know. I do know that a couple of the siblings have reported some suspicious activity that they questioned, but they didn't have any concrete evidence to report it to their parents. Um, so it's strange. Maybe I wonder if if she just told them like hush hush, we're not doing anything wrong. Well, so we'll yeah.
Oh, they always do that. They always say, "Oh
Yeah.
no, you didn't see that," or "No, I think you're mistaken," or "You were just tired, you were sleepy." Yeah, that's classic.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, her running out with a towel with both of them in a tower allegedly wet. I mean, I don't know how that doesn't raise concerns, but I mean, you can come to a million conclusions with that. So we'll I guess wait and see. 'Cause I wonder how old the siblings are if they can attest to courts. Probably not if they're minors. I don't know. What do you think
well,
about that?
yeah, right now the alleged victim is 19 years old. He actually put a statement out recently, and I do have his statement. He basically says, quote, "They need to drop all the charges. I wasn't groomed or essayed or manipulated by her. She never initiated anything." He also said, "I started everything. If it was up to me, she wouldn't have been in jail. It's been 6 or 7 years. I'm 19, about to be 20." The teen also said to the Daily Mail, okay, adding that he loves the teacher with all of his heart. So it sounds very familiar. I mean, if anybody knows about the Mary Kay Letourneau case, it definitely sounds like that, where the victim fell in love with the abuser and just wants to stay with them. I mean, I don't know if his intentions are to be with her long term and have more kids with her or what. I don't know that, but I mean, what he's stating here sounds like he is in love with her. And he is 20 years old. So if he's 20, then that means his siblings have to be a few years younger than him, which is underage, and they probably won't give the names out or be able to testify. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad that he has this illusion
Mm.
because if it does come out that that he allegedly fathered this child, like I just can't imagine I feel like the whole child has been thrown away if this is the case to be. Like how can you really like well maybe when he gets older he'll probably come to terms and realize that, she's an adult, he's a child. Where is the line drawn?
Hmm.
Makes you wonder. How
Yeah.
can you do that to a kid? Like, what makes you want to say yes to that? Even if they were coming on to you, why aren't the pumps break? Be like, hey, we can't do this. This is inappropriate. And why were the parents like not catching on to anything? I wonder if they were just like keeping it hush hush and like being, like PG in front of them. Makes you wonder.
Hmm. And all three kids. That's what's kind of strange too. It's like you got the other two kids there, and one is a girl. We know that two were boys and one was a girl. And I know that the sister is the one that told a lot about what she saw to the police. So how is that affecting her? Think about the siblings too. They saw all this. Even
Yeah.
though they weren't the victims, they were watching their brother get manipulated by this 34-year-old woman, right? And at the time I think she was 30 when this happened and he was 11, correct? because
Yeah.
it was 4 years ago, right? I'm thinking so. 11 years old, this started for this child.
Yeah.
So that means those kids were only like 9, 8, 9. Don't quote me because I'm not absolutely positive, but I know that they were definitely younger and they're seeing all this. So you have
Yeah.
to, it's not just one victim in this. It's the
Yeah.
parents, it's the kids, the siblings, it's him. Now it's a new child that's where I have no idea where this new child is. Who has custody of this child? Do we know that?
It doesn't state where the what happened with the child. I don't. I'm assuming either it's with the grandmother or maybe in the system. So we won't know until the court case appears, or maybe they'll come out with more articles to see what happened with said child. So,
Oh, so much
um,
is going to come out in the court case because, again, we're going to find out her real background. Obviously, on paper, she looks good. She looks like the perfect woman, but something happened in that childhood to make her go in that direction. Obviously, to go from in education specifically, it's like,
yeah,
something there.
that I wonder if they're going to extend it. Like maybe they'll get like this be like preliminary hearing where they'll just
Mhm.
go over the charges and then maybe it'll just drag out and then we'll get more information in another court case and upon another court case. Or I wonder if they're gonna, like, nope, you're convicted, blah blah blah, and you're going to jail, buddy.
I mean, I think she would, what was it, at least 10 years she's supposed to be getting for this? Is that what
Yeah,
you said? I'm pretty sure.
10. So the first degree crimes state carries from 10 to 20 years behind bars. But I think there's like additional charges that she is getting on top of that. So we don't know what those other charges are. Maybe they'll explain it more when the court comes out, but that's I wonder.
Yes.
What do you feel like that's a little too low?
Yeah. Yes, I do. And that's what we were talking about before is that we know that the prisons are very overcrowded. So they are basically letting the lower offenses get away with more and they don't get longer sentences anymore, which is sad because the children are suffering so bad with this. But she'll probably get 10. This is my guess, it's going to be 10. I really do feel like they're going to find something in the background that I don't know, it's going to help her a little bit, maybe. I don't see how, especially if that kid, the DNA comes out as positive. I mean, how can you deny that? You can't deny that. That's a
No.
kid.
Yeah.
That's his child. He was 11 years old. I mean,
Allegedly.
allegedly. So exactly. So yeah, you can't really deny that. But yeah, that's too low. 10
Yeah.
years is way too low.
I mean, even if she got 10 years, in my eyes, the damage is already done. She's going to be wearing the scarlet letter on her chest forever.
Hmm.
She's
Oh
going
yeah,
to be in hiding forever for doing that to someone
and
allegedly.
it
So
and isn't it the rest of your life that you have to be on the registry, or is it a certain amount of years you have to be on that registry?
I
I don't
think
know
it
much
has to
about
be.
that.
I wonder if maybe it's state.
Mm,
Maybe it has to be by state. So maybe it is for life. I mean, she's definitely going
mm,
to be on the page for sure. I mean, you did something really bad. You were an educator for the children. You were supposed to be leading them, not hurting them, allegedly. So,
mhm. And
if
another thing that she's never going to be able to work in her field that she went to college for ever again.
or
Um,
any other field at that, I mean, that's a serious charge if you were convicted of that.
oh yeah. Oh yeah, especially with children. Oh no. And I never know how that works either when you have that and then you have your own children, you know?
Oh man,
That's that's a little sticky situation there because what would you do in that situation? You're not supposed to be near children, but you have children.
I
I
don't know
mean,
how that works. Honestly, I
how
wonder
do you
if
bring
they.
them to school? How do you bring them to school or events or things like that?
I wonder if, like, if you have kids and you're an offender, if like the hospital knows, and then they, alert authorities and stuff like that. So I wonder if they get the kid taken away and they put him in the system. It just makes me wonder.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that because you
Yeah,
didn't, you don't think about that until just now. I was like, wait, how is she going to be near children? She's not supposed to
so
be.
true.
Or yeah, wow, 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 wow. So is there anything else on her? We just know that February 25th she goes back to court, and we can see the first initial, I guess sentencing, not sentencing. She's got to go through the court, so we have to actually watch it.
Yeah.
Um, she
It's a shame,
posted
man. She's from
bail.
Jersey, man.
She's from Jersey. I'm
All
just
the jokes
saying.
from Jersey. You're gonna
I'm
be
just saying.
throwing it in
No.
my face from now on.
No, the next thing we're talking about is coming from New York, so that's kind of, but yeah,
Good
I
job,
don't really.
Northeast. Good job.
I know, right? What the hell's in the water over here? But Florida's probably the worst. I mean, let's put it on the list here. Florida, come on. The craziest shit's come out of Florida I've ever seen lately. Go
Yeah,
look. Anybody into true crime, go look up and put Florida true crime, just like that in a Google search, and you will see big difference between Jersey and New York and Florida. I have to
yeah.
say,
You
they
can
step it
throw
up.
you can throw in Ohio in there too.
Yeah,
From our
right.
good friend Monty just giving us reports. It's
Monty
crazy
and
what
Brooke,
happens
I'll
over
tell you
there.
what, it's scary over there. But this was an interesting case. We're going to definitely keep up with it. I would really like to broadcast it possibly when it happens. We'll see if we get into that later in the month. And we can do reaction to it. You know, that
Yeah,
might be fun.
I just hope they, because I don't know if this is high enough profile for it to, you know, how to be put on like court TV. So I hope they kind of like give us a snippet
No,
of
it
the court
is.
case, and so we can, you know, like talk about it more.
Yeah, and I actually should bring up her picture to show really quick. Actually forgot about it, but here you go. This is what she actually looks like at her booking picture. Her other pictures look way different. So she was in basketball for her whole college thing, right? It was all
Yeah,
college. I don't know if it was high school too that she was in the basketball, but she's got this beautiful big smile, beautiful teeth and everything, and then you see this picture. So this shows you right
yeah.
here.
I
This is
regret
the
my
school.
decision, allegedly,
Hmm.
but you know,
Allegedly. Yeah, that's pretty sad. I don't know.
yeah. I just hope the kids get the therapy that they need, all of them, and heal from this because it's so damaging. Even though you are not, or they are not the victims, in a way they are, because it's like it questions everything between a child and an adult relationship. It makes I wonder if this can be like long lifing damaging, like especially when they get older and they have their own relationships. Are they going to question it? What's going to come of it? You know?
I mean, not to, I don't know. I have to say, on a girl, it's a lot harder, obviously, than it is on a boy. I
Yeah,
think boys do have it rough, but I think they can get over it a little bit easier than a girl can. Um, he's still gonna have relationship issues probably growing up, not know who to trust, you know.
yeah,
They'll get it. She should get what she deserves.
yeah.
Hmm.
We'll see.
Okay, so the last one we want to talk about, which not really want to talk about, but we'll bring him up. We just saw this actually yesterday. I just saw this. And this is Mr. Luigi. Ugh,
We know how
right?
you feel. I mean, know how you feel about it.
This dude, oh God, you don't even know. It's we talked about this. We talked about the insurance thing. We understand people being upset with the insurance companies. This is again, in my opinion, no way to do it. Allegedly offing a CEO is not the way to help insurance, changes, to make insurance changes, to try to make a difference. This guy just put out this website, okay? He's already made, as you can see on the screen, $426,000 towards his
Wow.
$500,000 goal. Okay. And supposedly it is for court costs and for lawyers. But that is not always the case. This is for commissary a lot of times. This is for food, for snacks, so he can get his Snickers in jail. So it doesn't all go towards that. But this is what he has up. What do you think of these guys from jail putting up things like this and making this much money?
I don't know. It's For me, it sends a mixed message. Um,
Mhm.
uh, because you never know. Like it's with anybody. Like if you donate money, you never really know where it's going to. You're just like going by blind faith.
Yeah.
Um,
But let's not forget his parents are completely rich, like rich, and can afford his lawyers. So why does the public have to pay for this?
don't know. it's faith, I guess. They really believe in him, and they really feel like he's like the face of this. I just want to know, like, what do you feel like it's going to come from it? Like, if he does get convicted, how do you feel like people are going to feel?
Like we said, do you think it sends a wrong message? 100%, because you are supporting an alleged person that unalived a CEO. Unalived. This is not doing a protest. This isn't things that are easy. This is unaliving. Okay? And you are giving him money to try to get him out of jail so maybe he can unalive another CEO. What do you think of that?
Makes it makes me question. I get the anger. I really do. Do I think it's morally right to take someone's life? No.
No.
Because it's not in your hands to take someone else's life, no matter how much you're angry. But what do you feel like? Would you feel like certain things are justified or not?
Not murder. I mean, it's not. Not for this, not for an insurance thing. I mean, I don't know. If somebody comes at you and you are doing self-defense, I totally understand that. Self-defense for sure. But come on. He's even a coward. He did it in his back, right? Or in his head. I mean, it was behind his back, though.
Allegedly.
He allegedly he couldn't even confront him and face to face and give him at least respect, at all. No, he's disgusting. This kid is he needs to stay in jail the rest of his life, because if he comes out, he is going to be definitely a threat to society. He's going to do this again. He's loving this. He put out, did you want to read that? Do you have that by any chance? The statement he put out?
Um,
I forgot to write it, but he put a statement out to his supporters. If you can look that up quick, I'll let them know. And you know that this guy is on social media daily. So they get iPads or whatever it is, tablets they're called, in prison. And they're able to go on to certain things, certain sites and stuff. So he has probably women just like Wade Wilson does, the Wade wives, that sit there and do this stuff on the outside. Okay. And they get them TikToks and they get them YouTubes and all these different things, plus these kinds of things. Give, send, go, I've never heard of. GoFundMe's I've heard of, things like that, but I've never heard of this one. But these women are the ones that set up these accounts. So that way they're like obsession. I'm gonna say obsession because that's what they are. They're obsessed with these people, if you want to call them people, and this is what they do. So do you have that statement? What he
yes, I
wrote?
do. So the statement reads, I am overwhelmed by and grateful for everyone who has written me to share their stories and express their support. Powerfully, this support has transcended political, racial, and even class divisions, as mail as flooded MDC from across the country and around the globe. While it is impossible for me to reply to most letters, please know that I read every one of that I receive. Thank you again to everyone who took the time to write. I look forward to hearing more in the future. Wow.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, I mean, how I feel about this, I mean, do I kind of feel bad for the CEO? Not really, no, because he was crooked in his own way. It's like a whole giant gray area for me.
Mm.
It feels like tooth for tooth, but not really, because I mean,
He didn't even.
I still don't agree with taking a life. I mean, everyone has gone through those areas in life where, like, man, I wish I could, my arms around his neck, he's pissing me off, or like, this is unfair, da, 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 and they take action. Some people take action and they pay for those consequences, and some people know not to take those actions. Wish it would have been handled more differently, but only
Mhm.
time will tell to see what's going to go on with this court case now. So we'll see. Um, we'll
Yeah.
see. I know that's definitely going to be on court TV, so we won't miss that one. So.
Oh, 100%. This is their money maker right here. I mean, you remember these core TVs, this is what makes them tons of money. And Luigi's a big seller. I mean, you saw, we did a podcast on it. Obviously, guys, if you want to watch it, go watch Under My Live podcast. You'll see. and we have information on him and how that he was on candles and t-shirts and everything. I mean, he's all over New York City on the streets. You want to buy something with his face on it, you can go and get it. Disgusting. To me, totally disgusting. Not for it. But I will be watching the trial. I would love to see what happens with this trial. He's definitely going for life.
You think so?
Allegedly, if he did it, he's going for life.
We'll see. I mean,
Come on.
ugh.
Come on. Yeah. So that's about it with Luigi. We just want to give like an update on him to show what's going on recently. And yeah, that's his little statement that he put out. Oh, you know how I feel.
Yeah. I mean, we do need to stand up for corporate greed. I just feel like we should go about it in a different way because I feel like
Exactly.
this can breed copycats where they just doing it just for attention and not really for the message that is supposed to be pushed forward. So I hope people don't forget that, and maybe we can come together and just stop it altogether and finally have some peace. What's
That'd
going
be
on in the
great.
world? Yeah.
Yeah. Let's all come together and make a difference in the right way, the appropriate way. Wow. Well, good message to end with. So that's our little true crime podcast for this week, guys. Hopefully, we do another one next week and keep it going because these are fun and informative, I think. We want you to leave a comment in the comment section of this video. Let us know what you think of these two cases. What do you think of Luigi? What do you think of Miss Laura over there? Yeah, definitely want to start a discussion about this and maybe even do some lives and talk about this a little bit more. We are on Instagram, Discord, TikTok here. If you want to leave us a message, go for it. That'd be great. Thank you, Carolina, for joining me for this
Well, thank
podcast.
you.
It was a lot of fun. And we will see you on the next one, guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.